While some Korean weddings might seem extremely modest, Korean celebrity weddings have long captivated the public, not just for their love stories, but for the sheer scale of luxury and attention to detail poured into them. When it comes to some of the most lavish weddings in Korean history, each couple approached the big day differently, but what unites these iconic ceremonies is how lavish and carefully curated they are, often with costs soaring into 6 or even 7 figures. Looking at some of the most talked about weddings in K-pop and Korean entertainment history, it's clear that no expense was spared when it came to celebrating love and style. Singer-songwriter Lee Sang-soon and K-pop legend Lee Hyori's wedding was in many ways very different from others. Unlike the grand hotel banquets typical of celebrity weddings, Lee Sang-soon and Lee Hyori tied the knot in an intimate garden ceremony at their Jeju Island home. Hyori's wedding dress was also famously humble, costing only around 100,000 Korean won, which is roughly $72 USD. But while the dress was simple, other aspects of the celebration hinted at the couple's thoughtfulness and generosity, as well as their capability for lavishness. Hyori invited renowned MasterChef Korea winner Kim Song-min to prepare gourmet food and drinks, ensuring guests dined like royalty. Even more impressively, she personally covered the flights and accommodations for her guests, a gesture that likely pushed the overall costs of the private wedding far beyond what the modest dress price suggests. While the big day wasn't necessarily an opportunity for them to show off, it still managed to speak about just how wealthy the couple is and how much they care to ensure their guests had a luxury experience despite the very simple-seeming wedding. Another couple that impressed with their wedding style was Kim Sung-woo, also known for his popular talk show and appearances on several Korean variety shows, and popular Korean TV personality Kim Nam-ju, who tied the knot back in 2005. While not as quietly luxurious as Sang-soon and Lee Hyori, their celebration still greatly impressed both guests and onlookers. For the main event, Nam-ju wore a gorgeous Vera Wang gown priced at 25 million Korean won, roughly $18,000, paired with diamond earrings valued at around $216,000. Even 2 decades ago, these figures showed just how willing the couple was to invest in the aesthetics and symbolism of the big day, not only to give themselves a memorable experience, but to ensure that every attending guest had an amazing spectacle. Imagine spending a fortune on a wedding, only to realize later you could have saved thousands. That's where Coupert comes in. It's a free browser extension built to make shopping online smarter and cheaper. Once installed, Coupert automatically hunts down coupon codes at checkout and applies the one that saves you the most, so no more endless searching or typing random codes that never work. In fact, it works with over 200,000 global merchants and supports Chrome, Edge, Opera, Firefox, and Safari. Just shop as usual, click the Coupert button, and watch the price drop because smarter shoppers use Coupert. Successful businessman Bae Young-jun and Park Soo-jin, who is not only known for her acting but also for her dabbling in music and the K-pop industry, also made headlines for their choice of transportation to the wedding, this time making a jaw-dropping decision for their arrival. The two kicked off their wedding in a bridal car estimated at a staggering $1 million, and if that wasn't enough, Park Soo-jin also wore custom gown from luxury label Elle with estimates ranging from $10,000 to $100,000 depending on its features, but surely no expense has been paid as the dress definitely looked to be worth the highest price. Even among celebrity weddings, this level of couture luxury was remarkable, as their wedding has remained in the memory of everyone who witnessed it, even decades later. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more coverage of K-pop's most important events, and don't forget to leave your opinion on these extravagant weddings in the comments below. Actor Yoon Jung-hoon and actress Han Ga-in, who also appeared in music videos such as SG Wannabe's Only Wind Only Wind, hosted their 2005 wedding, which was considered extravagant even by today's standards. Han Ga-in's wedding dress alone cost about 10 million Korean won, roughly $7,000, while her necklace reportedly cost tens of millions of won. The ceremony itself was no small feat either, with an estimated price tag of at least 50 million Korean won, or almost $40,000. The couple's wedding hosted around 500 employees and attracted 500 reporters. Han Ga-in was at the peak of her career at the time and still very young when she tied the knot, making the wedding a major media event. The immense attention clearly added to the sense of spectacle, cementing it as one of the defining weddings of that era. And speaking of jaw-dropping extravagance, Jun Ji Hyun's 2012 wedding to Choi Jun-hyuk remains one of the most glamorous in Korean entertainment history. Best known for her role in My Love from the Star and her appearance in several music videos, Ji Hyun spared no expense when it came to her wardrobe. She wore 3 dresses in total, including a ream acra gown worth about $9,000, a traditional hanbok, and a main wedding gown reportedly priced at an impressive 80 million Korean won, which is about $57,700. The wedding was so lavish that her jewelry alone was enough to make headlines. The tiara she wore during the ceremony was valued at an unbelievable 1.2 billion Korean won, or around $862,000, and the ring she donned for the wedding photo shoot cost roughly $359,000. With her groom being the CEO of Alpha Asset Management, it was only fitting that their celebration reflected that level of prestige, and it's clear that they wanted to go all out on the precious day. Let's go back to Coupert because it doesn't stop at coupons. It also offers cashback rewards from over 76,000 retailers, including Temu, Macy's, Walmart, and Sephora. It's all very easy too. You just have to activate the cashback feature before checking out, and a portion of the purchase comes right back to your account, and you can withdraw it later through PayPal, bank card, or gift card. That's not all, as Coupert even helps with price comparisons, showing you lower prices across platforms so you can avoid overpaying. With more than 6 million weekly desktop users and 3 million on mobile, it's trusted by millions worldwide because why pay full price? So click the link below to install Coupert and never overpay online again. Song Joong-ki, who even hosted Music Bank for a year in 2009 and made several appearances on his project's OSTs and actress Song Hye-kyo's 2017 wedding, is often cited as the grandest celebrity wedding Korea has ever seen. Dubbed the Song couple, their ceremony took place at Yongbin-gwan, the traditional-style banquet hall at the Shilla Hotel, one of Seoul's most prestigious venues. The venue rental alone reportedly cost 70 million Korean won, about $50.3 thousand, and the catering matched that level of extravagance, with a full-course meal for 150 guests priced at approximately $144 per person, totaling nearly $23.7 thousand. The floral arrangements were equally over the top, with Hye-kyo's Lily of the Valley bouquet reportedly costing around $7,000, and the rest of the floral decorations estimated at about $35.9 thousand. And of course, her lavish Christian Dior wedding gown was said to cost at least $30,000, while Song Joong-ki's suit was worth over $2,000. The entire event was a picture of fairy tale opulence, as it's clear no expenses were spared anywhere, from the venue decoration to the food or entertainment. Jang Dong-gun, who is not only a popular actor, but is also known as a veteran singer due to his movie OSTs and actress Ko So-young's wedding similarly reflected old-school glamour. Again hosted at the luxurious Shilla Hotel in Seoul, with around an impressive 500 guests, their wardrobe alone turned heads. Jang Dong-gun wore a tuxedo priced at 8 million Korean won, or about $5.7 thousand, and paired it with shoes worth around $14,000, making sure to not only spend luxuriously, but to also look it. So Young's wedding dress matched the same level of extravagance, also costing about 20 million Korean won, or $14.4 thousand. The couple's guest list and high-profile venue ensured their wedding was remembered as one of the most dazzling events of its time, not only for its dressings, but also for the attention to detail. According to magazines, the two even invited world-renowned florist Jeff Leatham was flown in to oversee the arrangements, and asked former culture minister Lee Yong to officiate the wedding. Going quite a bit back in wedding history, it's also important to mention Shin Song-il and Umang Ran's 1964 wedding that set the blueprint for celebrity extravagance. Dubbed the wedding of the century, it became a nationwide event. At the time, the ceremony cost around 2 million Korean won, which, adjusted for inflation, is roughly 70 million Korean won today, making it just over $50,000, and in a culture where weddings aren't always the most lavish thing, especially in the 1960s, this was an unheard of level of spending. The wedding's high-profile guest list and immense public interest marked it as Korea's first true super luxurious wedding, setting a precedent for future celebrity nuptials. Fast forward to more recent years, the fan-favorite pairing who starred in the classic K-drama Crash Landing on You, Hyunbin and Sun Ye-jin, who also proved her singing skills by once performing Hyunbin's favorite song Shallows as yet another act of love, had a wedding worthy of a spot among the most iconic and expensive ceremonies. Held at Aston House in Seoul's Grand Walker Hill Hotel, the couple's nuptials were shrouded in tight security and COVID-19 protocols, which added even more to the cost. Venue rental and essentials alone were estimated at around $190,000, with the per-guest cost alone reaching up to $600. Sun Ye-jin's bridal fashion was a highlight, featuring not one but several luxury gowns. For one wedding festivity, she wore an Ili Saab dress valued at approximately $65,800. She also donned a custom Vera Wang Haute gown worth around $8,200, and on her actual wedding day, a Mira Zwillinger creation estimated $11,000. Together, her wardrobe costs easily exceeded $85,000, showing just how committed the couple was to making their wedding a once-in-a-lifetime event. Actor and once a promising singer, Lee Byung Hun and Lee Min-jung's wedding is still regarded as one of the most star-studded and lavish affairs in the industry. The Squid Game actor and once-again actress spent an estimated 120 million Korean won on their big day, totaling around $86,000. Lee Min-jung wore not one but two wedding gowns. gowns, estimated at around 100 million Korean won, $72,000, and a dazzling wedding ring worth 50 million Korean won. Their guest list was just as impressive, with 900 family members and celebrity friends in attendance. Wedding planners speculated that the scale of the event, including venue and decor, pushed costs even higher than the reported figures, making it a truly spectacular wedding scene not just for those attending, but those who have been following the couple ever since they got together. Another iconic idol wedding came from Wonder Girls Sunye. On January 26, 2013, she married James Park at Seoul's Lotte Hotel, becoming the first major K-pop idol of her generation to marry and start a family. The ceremony hosted 600 guests, including members of Wonder Girls, Girls' Generation, and 2AM. And while the lavish wedding itself drew attention, and not just for its star factor, the most talked about aspect was the couple's wedding car, a Maybach, one of the most expensive cars in the world. The luxury vehicle, valued between 600 million and 900 million Korean won, approximately $432,000 to $648,000, had been used by only a handful of Korean elites, including Samsung's Lee Byung Hun and actor Joon. The couple later honeymooned in the Maldives, making it clear they spared no expense in celebrating their union. The only hiccup came when netizens noticed that the decorative wedding plate temporarily covered the car's license plate, technically violating Korean automobile laws, prompting Sunye to issue an apology while on her honeymoon, which only brought to the drama of her brave decision to marry and spend so lavishly. Finally, more recently, Tiara's Joon had her own fairy tale wedding that caught the attention of Vogue Korea and other media outlets. On April 6th, the idol married her non-celebrity husband, who works in finance, at a grand hotel decorated with cherry blossoms. Yeoman stunned guests by wearing 3 different gowns throughout the event, with the highlight being a sculptural haute couture dress from designer Sarah Murad's 2025 spring-summer collection. Only 2 such dresses exist in the entirety of South Korea, making it incredibly rare, but seeing how she bears the dress, it was no doubt worth the struggle of acquiring it. While the exact purchase price was not revealed, renting an imported couture gown like Yeoman's reportedly cost between 5 million and 10 million Korean won, roughly $3,000 to $7,000. Combined with her other gowns, venue, and elaborate decor, Yeoman's wedding was yet another example of how K-pop idols go above and beyond to create memorable and expensive celebrations. Ultimately, many of these weddings demonstrate how much they are productions as much as they are personal milestones. Whether it's through rare designer gowns, million-dollar cars, or sheer scale of attendance, these weddings have all become events that fans and the public remember long after the last bouquet has been tossed.